Brandin Podziemski's provocative Caitlin Clark move earns heat from Indiana Fever fans. Indiana Fever's recent game against the Valkyries brought a beautiful kind of mathematical symmetry. Both teams walked away with matching 6-6 records. However, that's hardly the kind of balance the Fever were aiming for. Caitlin Clark went 0-4-7 from deep and finished with just 11 points. In a game that looked equal on paper, Indiana let slip their shot at a first regular season hat trick. They fell short by 10 well-rounded points when it mattered most. Both teams were fully locked in at the Chase Center, where the crowd was roaring with passion. They were cheering their favorites and jeering the opposition at every turn. And one such active spectator in the audience was Golden State Warriors' Brandin Podziemski. He did exactly what he claimed before the game, and let's just say that CC fans were not happy. When asked if he will be heckling CC as the game begins, he made his mission very clear. So, right after Caitlin Clark got fouled for traveling at the 8:11 mark in the fourth quarter, Podziemski took that chance. He just sprung out of his seat and was all over Clark after that whistle blew. He rolled his arms in wild circles and bounced in place like he was doing a chaotic cross between a Polish folk jig and a halftime TikTok challenge. It looked like part taunt, part celebration. The clip gained traction on X with multiple people taking an aim at the NBA star. Most of the fans were outraged by Brandin Podziemski's unprofessional behavior. Rightfully so on their part, because the travel call wasn't the sole incident where he got up to show support. Even when the Valkyries forced an early Fever timeout with a 7-2 lead, Brandin Podziemski and Joe Lacob were on their feet celebrating and clapping on the hardwood. Podziemski even unleashed the iconic night-night celebration after Veronica Burton nailed a step-back jumper to extend Golden State's lead to 87-77 with just 36.1 seconds left in the game. It's justified to feel so. During matchups like these, the court should be off limits, be it a casual fan or a player from the WNBA's men's counterpart. However, the Valkyries were all giggly for his active presence and support. To express that, they even gave Podziemski the t-shirt cannon, which he launched in the crowd for one lucky viewer to grab. His energy supporting the GSV was unmatched, but some fans complained that he hadn't really been able to do that for the Warriors. A person wrote, "Top ramen hair needs sit down and actually be in the gym." Ain't came through for the Warriors at all. Whatever he did, though, Caitlin Clark took it all like a sport while keeping a smile on. She handled all of it with such grace, unlike many others, where stars just snap. One person on social media managed to take it in the same spirit. They wrote, "She laughed at it though. He's a silly guy." Valkyries forward Kayla Thornton doubles down on this light-hearted take, saying, "He's just a great supporter. He has everybody's jersey, so any given night he's wearing anyone's jersey. It's good, when you look up you can't miss him. Just to see him hyped up gives me a little more energy." Shout out to them, GSW, because we do need it. The Valkyries really did need it, because the Fever never goes down without a tough fight. After all, they started out with a 9-point lead in the first quarter. Moreover, even when Caitlin Clark underperformed, Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell were there to pick up the slack by contributing 17 and 16 points, respectively. Sophie Cunningham contributed 9 points, and one fan referenced her act of justice for Caitlin Clark in the last game. There, she grabbed Sheldon's hair and pulled her to the ground after Sheldon had previously poked Caitlin Clark in the eye. That's how it went down. But some people even thought, El Mayo, he's a legend for that, and fair enough. Because even he was scared of CC's abilities, as he admitted before the game, comparing the Fever star to Steph Curry. Very similar. The threat of them shooting is always in the back of your brain, so any head fake or hessy they give you, you tend to bite at that. You're antsy guarding them. So, of course, he had to bring the best energy possible. What's your verdict, though? Did Brandin Podziemski cross a line, or was it a have-to-do-this situation, or was it nothing but a light-hearted basketball rivalry? Let us know.